Hi, I'm Matthew Linton. I'm the Publications and Communications Manager at the Council of Graduate Schools, which is a not-for-profit association in Washington, D.C. My pronouns are he, his. So publications is a field that's kind of rapidly shifting right now. The world of print publications is kind of slowly being transformed into a world of more digital communications and publications. So for the print world, a lot of it is about working with your design team, which may either be in-house or in our case, it's with outside consultants. And then it's about moving that once you have the design product to the print stage, if you're going to do a print publication. So working with printers to figure out things like, are you going to want to do a black and white publication? Are you going to use color? What kinds of color? And then if you're going to do it on the digital side, kind of what platform are you going to use to publish it? So are you going to be doing a kind of web-based publication that's going to function more kind of like a website? Or do you want to do something that's more of an interactive PDF? So there's a lot of different options within that digital space. And the combination of kind of cost and accessibility, I think, are reasons why you're seeing more and more organizations pivot towards almost doing solely digital publications and really winding down their print publication side. I mean, the other obvious reason, right, is environmental. Printing out hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pages of paper that you're not sure that people are going to always be reading it is another incentive to move in a more digital direction. So digital is definitely growing, but you still having that background in print can still kind of help you bridge that gap as we move towards more digital space. On my end, I'm mostly looking at our monograph length publications. So in that role, I'm also responsible for updating that content. So I'm doing a lot of writing, which was in my background in history. It's made it so that I really like to do the writing and have the opportunity to do that. And I also work with our research team to update our numbers and our data visualizations. And so for those, I'm doing a lot of original content generation. I also do some publications that are purely on the kind of project management side, where I'm taking content that has already been generated by other divisions, and I'm kind of funneling that down through our design team and publication printing team to create a finished product. So there's a lot of variety, but I still do get quite a bit of an opportunity to do original content. So currently, I think it's a much faster pace than I think a lot of academic work is. So for us, I mean, on the communications and publication side, the pandemic has really changed the way that we reach out to our members and reach out to our audiences, which has meant that we've needed to learn to cultivate new skills on the fly and really be agile and flexible and adaptable. So for us, I mean, it's meant we're really not doing much in terms of physical publications at all anymore, just because it's so difficult to mail them out and do all of that stuff. And we're doing a lot more webinars and other virtual conferences. So I've kind of become a virtual conferencing guru over the last kind of 6 to 8 months, which I think is a skill that's going to be really valuable going forward. Because even, we've heard so much about the kind of return to normalcy. I think the accessibility that virtual conferences get you is so valuable, and being able to include people that maybe can't make the trip to a physical location, or maybe if you're, graduate students experience this a lot, don't have the funding to make that cross-country flight to attend a conference. Having that virtual option there is going to be super valuable in making sure that more people are included in important discussions. When I was looking at positions, I was looking more in terms of organizations than job title. So I was really interested in the higher education space. I wanted to find a way to stay in that, but I was really intrigued by the kind of national perspective. I had done work at Brandeis University where I got my PhD in their graduate division. So I had seen what kind of program and university level programming looked like. And we got reports at the national level. But I was really curious about kind of what was the national conversation about graduate education like? What was the national conversation about universities like? And so when I was looking at organizations, I was looking much more at kind of the type of institution and what field they were in than I was looking just at, communications jobs or publications jobs. And I think that's one of the pluses of coming at it from a kind of PhD humanistic perspective, is you have a very wide range of broad skills that you can apply to a lot of different career categories. So it did give me a kind of a wider range of options than I think a more narrow technical degree might have given me.